This is kind of the last video in the series of me documenting the tear down and rebuild of my 86 CJ-7. I took it, it needed some love after 31 years, and I stripped it all down and did some body work, okay, a lot of body work, and had it repainted. And in some of the previous videos I've documented the pain that I went through with paint, but it's done. And as we've been tearing the house apart, I've been putting it back together piece by piece by piece, and this is what you get from all that. I couldn't help myself. It was beautiful weather, and so I pulled the Jeep out with one or two little things still left to do, but I had to get it on the road.
I'm right in the middle of a tile project in the bathroom, but I'm waiting for some mortar to dry. So while that's happening, I decided to do the last little bit on the Jeep. This is the tire carrier and the assorted parts. Actually, this is where my rear spots mount on the back bumper. This is primer. It's not going to be this color, but what I'm using for both primer and clear coat, not for paint, but for primer and clear coat, is a Sherwin-Williams 2-part epoxy primer. I went with the Sherwin-Williams paint, because I really like the 2-part epoxy. B, there is a Sherwin-Williams paint specific dealer location somewhat near me, and C, because it's the paint that was used on the Jeep, so it exactly matches the color of the Jeep. How this 2-part works is you take the button off the cap, turn it over, mash this into it, it sprays the hardener into the paint, and then you have 2 hours basically to use either the primer or the clear coat. Now the paint itself is just normal, it's not the 2-part epoxy. So I could use it over multiple days. Hopefully I won't have to, but I could. So I'm really excited to see how this product turns out. So I got one coat on, and I didn't get to flip the tire carrier, and there's a couple little spots before I ran out of paint. So I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow or the next day and grab some more paint. Although I do like the shiny.
The tire carrier has the 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of black, and then 2 coats of the clear epoxy. Real happy with how it turned out, as you can see here.
Tire carrier going on.
Alright, spare tire back on and mounted with security lugs. Right after I mounted the tire, I had to make a quick dump run and hooked up the trailer that matches the Jeep. It's not something I highlight a lot and show a bunch, but I had the trailer made to marry perfectly with the Jeep. I think it turned out real nice. My Jeep's name is Pepper, and this is Pepper in all her shiny glory after 2 coats of hand-laid wax and some buffing. I think she took the wax really well and nice and shiny.
So the Jeep is finally done. There's a couple little issues. I got some dings in the paint and a few little things here and there, but done. So I've got the hood taken care of, the new bumper on, the lights reinstalled, the winch has been greased, all the gears in it just to make sure. New mirrors on, new fender flares, my new sweet stickers that match. Dash has been redone, cleaned, everything's been rewired. The top is off now. I will be putting the soft top back on. The hard top's not going to go back on just because I want it to be more usable. Usable as far as taking the top off in the fall, summer, and spring. Now I will be using the bikini top more than I have had previously. The one thing I have left to do really is my backup spotlights. I've got them wired in, as you see here, but I have not installed them yet. I'm also sandblasting with garnet sand my high lift jack. and rebuilding that. I bought a rebuild kit from them. So I'm actually going to paint it, the body of it orange to match the new Jeep sticker, and then the feet and the jack mechanism itself I'm going to paint black. Really happy with the outcome of the Jeep, even though it has taken what seems like forever. Old dudes stare at me. I get lots of questions. That's not why I did it. I did it because it's done, and I'm real happy. The bar covering is being redone by a boat shop. I'm going back with the gray color to, of course, match the seats and the original interior. It's got some issues with the glue letting go, and then somebody hooked it on the trailer that I had on top of the lift the other day, and that somebody, I wish I could fire them, but I can't. So this will be redone as well, and yeah, I think the Jeep should be good to go for another 31 years or so. All right, thanks for keeping up with the build process and how long it's taken, and checking back in. And I do appreciate all the comments about the work and the Jeep itself. I really do. Thank you. All right.